Hi there, everybody. I'm in the pickup line in the freezing cold, but I wanted to get on to talk to you because I've had 3 clients reach out to me in the past 24 hours about a very similar struggle they're having. And I actually blogged about it a little bit this week. If you haven't checked it out, my link's in my bio. I've talked about it on my Instagram yesterday. But what's really going on right now with a lot of parents for some reason, I don't know if it's the time of the year or the Halloween candy kind of sparked this, but kids are sneaking and trying to get away with things and giving little white lies, and parents are frustrated. They don't know what to do. They're not sure how to respond. Do you punish your kids for lying to them? How do you show them that it's not okay to tell these fibs and to be dishonest and to lie to them? And what I want you to know is that Halloween candy can trigger these kinds of things because we're trying to control their candy and they want to control their candy, and so they're going to sneak because they want that candy. So our goal as parents is to give our kids some positive power in ways that still work for us. So I'm not telling you to let your kids get away with everything, because that's not what I'm all about. But I also want your kids to have some power. I want them to feel that they're in control of some things during their day. And I also want them to feel like they don't have to lie about the things they want to be in control of in order to get the things they want. Because ultimately, little lies now turn into really big lies as your kids grow. And big lies become really scary things when you have teenagers. So we want to develop a really strong connection with our kids right now where they feel like we're their supporters. It's not us against them or them against us. We're not trying to get away with things when people aren't watching, but rather we want our kids to be self-regulators and to do what they're supposed to do even when nobody's watching. It is a magical thing and it can happen, and with the right tools you can get there. But for now, what I want you to do is I want you to try really hard not to punish your kids when they're doing something. So if you feel like there's an area where your kids are fibbing or lying, they're saying they're brushing their teeth, but they're not brushing their teeth. They say they had 2 candies, but they had 5. They said they're not using the cell phone, but then you find out they're texting all their friends. If you know there's areas where your kids are currently fibbing, take that as an opportunity to sit down, maybe with your partner, and think about what are your boundaries. I want you to have black and white boundaries in these areas. What's okay, what's not okay from your end. And then I want you to sit down with your kids and I want you to talk with them about the boundaries and the rules and what's expected for a really respectful household, and let them know that they have the choice to follow these rules, but if they don't, this is what's going to happen. And that's where you set up really proper, fair consequences that make sense, that aren't punishment, but they're teaching them a lesson about how to make good choices so that in the end, the outcome works for them as well as you. If you want more information on how to implement consequences, go to tiaslightum.com. The link's in my bio. Check out my shop. There's information and step-by-step on how to do this, the difference between punishment and discipline, information around creating respectful mutual relationships with your kids. There's really modules on everything that you might want to solve with your kids, so you can kind of DIY and get stuff done. We all know we don't want to live with problems forever, so let's solve these problems with solutions and tools that work. So for today, work on setting up some things in advance, some systems, some boundaries, some limits, and talk it over with your kids. Involve them, support them, guide them. It's not you against them or them against you. If you have any questions, please DM me. I'm happy to answer. I always answer all of my people back. I'm here for you. Check out my site if you haven't been to the shop. There's some really great resources, and I will see you soon.